Hello friends, this is Carrie from Stamp with CT. It is time for our Finally Friday free online class. So we'll wait just a minute for Facebook to send out some notifications. So if you're catching the replay, welcome to the replay crew. We love you. Dale is making Oliver a little treat so that maybe he'll be super good tonight and let us craft for a little while. I am trying to pull this up also on Dale's phone, so we'll see how that works. So maybe I can watch comments tonight. Hope you'll say hello as you jump in. And we'll just give it a minute. I see I've got a couple friends here, so welcome, welcome. And Dale is here with us.
Howdy.
I was telling him you were making Oliver a little treat, so we'll see if that helps him be on the good list tonight, right?
We'll see.
He has been a little bit droopy today for him. Just really not himself. Will you check, Dale, and make sure that you've got your volume down? I'm going to be using Dale's phone to watch for comments. Got your volume down and notifications off. Thank you. Okay, you want to scoot over here like we like each other?
Okay.
You got room?
Got room.
All right. Well, it looks like Mary is with us and Cassandra. So hello, guys. Hope you have had a good week. Think that looks pretty good as far as spacing?
Yeah, it looks good.
Pretty good? All right. Well, we're going to go for it. Maybe just a tiny bit crooked, huh? Let me move that. Is that better? Maybe. So right before we went live, of course, our neighbors were out there honking like maniacs. And then now the train's coming through. So I see some more friends are hopping on. Hope y'all will say hello. It is time for our Finally Friday free online class. We're excited to have y'all with us. So I thought I would explain, I've had a couple of questions. So I thought I would explain just a little bit kind of my thought process behind this class. So we wanted to be able to do something once a month. And of course we started it last month, so this is still new. So we're all still learning. But we have this class each month. It's the first Friday of every month at 6 p.m. Central Time. And what we do is come and share with you some projects. It's going to be different every month. It's not always going to be cards. As a matter of fact, next month in March, I think it actually falls on the 1st of March, we're going to be making a 2-page 12 by 12 scrapbook layout. So we're going to be doing different kinds of projects. Now, if you would like the Make and Take packet, you're always welcome to come and see the projects that we're creating. And it is free and we welcome everyone. So if you have friends that might want to watch with us, be sure to invite them or share the video. But if you would like the Make and Take packet, if you would like to make the projects, then what you need to do, is that okay?
No, it's just not. It's like it's frozen.
Oh, okay. Then what you would need to do is just place an order in my online store, and a $40 order placed at stampwithct.stampinup.net will get you the Make and Take packet. If you place an order of $50, then you get the Make and Take packet, and you also get a free embellishment. So that's how that works. Now, if you are on our Super Inspired Stampers Stampin' Up team, then it's a little bit different for team members, because team members are able to order themselves, place their own orders, and so they get their discount on their products. So for team members, it's just a flat $20, and that gets the Make and Take packet. Everything prepped and ready to go so you can create. All right, I think we're good now. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about the suite that we're working with. Let me back up for just a second. So it's not really intended for you to craft with us tonight. What we do is orders can be placed through the 6th of February. We do have a host code for you, and you must use our host code each month in order to receive the packet. So let me put that out there. And then on the 6th, the class closes, and then we prep the supplies for everyone, and we have them out by the following Saturday. So usually Tuesday or Wednesday after the Finally Friday class, I will close the class, we'll prep all the supplies, and get those out into your hands. So you'll have the video to refer back to be able to make the projects. And the way that I set this event up, you can find the video in the event. So you can go to your past events on Stamp with CT and find the video pretty easily. Or let me know if you need it, because we always upload these to YouTube as well. Okay, let's get going, Dee.
Okay.
All right. If somebody doesn't mind just popping a comment in right quick, just to make sure that we're able to still see comments, that would help me out. We would appreciate that. I'll get this out of the way. And we'll talk a little bit about the Perennial Lavender suite of products. That's from the mini catalog. And Dee, you want to show what page and all? Okay.
All right, it's on page 22 is where it starts. And we got some excellent examples here where they've made an envelope and out of the paper. It's amazing.
It is pretty, isn't it?
It is pretty. And then you have this, it's actually is it actually a mega suite? Is that what they call it?
That's what I like to call it.
It's a 2 stamp die bundle. And you have the Perennial Lavender, and then you have the painted lavender stamp set.
Yeah, we'll show the products and everything, but just kind of let them know what page it's on. Cassandra wants to know where her treat is, Dale. Oliver got a treat. Yes, I love this suite too, Cassandra. It is amazing. Thank y'all very much. Thanks, Mary, for popping in a comment. That helped me to see that we're rolling again. So I don't know. For some reason, Facebook is acting wonky. Does that surprise you, Dee?
This is my shocked
That's your
face.
shocked face?
Yes.
Okay, well, let's show the product because we have everything right here pulled out. Now, we need to kind of stay organized because we're going to be pulling out some of the product. And so let's start with this.
Okay.
I know they've seen this before, but this is Perennial Postage. It's an amazing red rubber set that has sentiments, and then you've got the Perennial Postage dies, which I love them so much. We've already used them so many times. They're awesome. And we'll be using those in a fun way tonight too. Couple different projects. And then here we have, I always get this wrong, painted lavender. So you've got the images here along with dies that coordinate, and then a couple extras. Right?
Yes, yes.
We'll be using a couple of those today. All right. Okay. And then we also pulled in one of the projects that we're making. We actually created as a swap a couple months ago before the catalog went live. And I used this really cool stamp set for the thank you sentiment. So I just went ahead and grabbed it. It's also in the mini catalog. And it's got some really good sentiments. And if you love to color, that's a great stamp set.
Yes, it is.
And then, of course, we've got the beautiful Perennial Lavender Designer Series paper. So, so pretty. Absolutely stunning with the different Highland Heather, Fresh Freesia, Gorgeous Grape, Pretty Peacock, Shaded Spruce. Lost Lagoon. Is that all that I missed, Dee?
Orchid Oasis and Starry Sky and Blackberry Bliss.
Yes, it is really, really pretty. And I see that Becky's hopping on here with us. Hello, Becky. Thanks for stopping by. I'm glad that you did like our die storage. It's just little magnet sheets. I think that's what you said. Yes.
Yes.
Where did you get those? We just go to Home Depot, and by we, of course, y'all know I mean Dale. And they come in sheets. The packet has like 3 or 4 sheets of magnet.
3 sheets.
They're pretty long, and we're able to get 3 or 4 sets of dies out of each sheet.
What you're looking for, if you go looking for them, is they're magnetic sheets, and these are Frost King register covers.
Yes. And so we just cut them down. You have a big guillotine cutter, and we just cut them down and add them to the sheet that your dies come with. So that's a good point. But we love that, having them on a magnet sheet. And you'll see the dies again here in just a minute.
Karen joined you.
Hey, Karen, glad you're here. How are things in Florida? So in this suite, we also have these beautiful purple gems. And I know several of you, purple is your favorite color, right? It's one of my favorite colors. Then we've got these really cool laser cut butterflies. And let me make sure. I'm thinking there's 50. Do you see that? 40 or 50? 40 of these really beautiful laser cut butterflies in the package. Now this is just one sheet left. I went ahead and put them in a different type of packaging, but really, really pretty. We're going to be using one of those tonight. And then the last thing we've got out is the softly stippled embossing folder. And so Cheryl let me borrow hers, and she ran the pieces through today, and it just is a really pretty embossing folder. On my sample that I have, we used a different embossing folder. I think really any embossing folder that you have would work, and we'll show you that too in just a minute. Using some gorgeous grape and pretty peacock ink, and we're going to be making 3 projects. Absolutely, Becky. Glad you're here too. We're going to be making 3 projects today, but we're making 2 of each of the 3 designs. So when you get your packet, that's what you will get. So let me just show you quickly. Where did I put that packet, Dee?
Right there.
There it is. So this is the packet that you'll get if you're part of the make and take, if you place the order or part of our team. And everything that you're going to need to make each of the cards is in the envelope. So there's already 2 card bases, 2 of everything, and all 3 of those. We'll also include some embellishments and your linen thread that we're going to be using. All right, you want to get started with project number 1, Dee?
Absolutely.
Let's get going here.
Okay.
So let me show it to them first. And before I start, let me pull this little sticky note off, because I promised Karen that I would try to write down the measurements. So if you already have the suite and you want to craft along with us, we'll try to make that happen. Okay, so this is our very first project. You want to get things out of that envelope, Dee?
Sure do.
Yes, purple is the best. It's so, so pretty. We love it too.
Okay, so
Mary loves purple. I already knew when
I
I
did not
saw
know
this.
that.
You didn't know that? You're being facetious, aren't you?
Maybe I'm trying to be funny.
Is there a bone folder over there?
No, there's not.
Where is the bone folder? There it is. Whenever I saw this suite initially, I immediately thought, Mary is going to love this paper. Okay, so to start with, we've got a thick basic white card base, 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4.
We're going to put our inside panel together? What do you say?
It's the inside though. Oh, yes. Oh, that's what I need to show them. Oh, goodness. So on the inside, we did something a little bit different. You know, we've got to keep you guys on your toes. So here we've got some pretty peacock. You can start gluing if you want to. Some pretty peacock, and then a piece of basic white, and just a little scrap of the designer series paper. So your pretty peacock layer is 5 1/4 by 4. Then your other piece of basic white is 5 by 3 3/4. And just, you know, as far as your strip, just use what you have left of your paper. Of course, we'll include it in your packet if you have the make and takes. But if you're cutting your own, then just use a piece that you have left. Use up those scraps, right?
This one's pretty thin.
Yeah, I think that one's only about 1/2 inch. The one on the inside's probably 3/4.
So I'm gonna go rogue here.
Okay.
Try not to use too much glue.
Okay. And sometimes when we put your little scraps in there to add as a little embellishment on the inside, it's longer than what you need. So don't be surprised if you find that. You'll just snip off the little end. But use up those scraps. That's what we like to do, isn't it? Karen says it's beautiful there in Florida, 68. Beautiful.
I think ours, we were close to them as 65 today, I think. But
she had blue skies. We did not have blue skies.
No, we got misty rain. Okay.
I told Dale I have a funny story for y'all too. I'll tell that in a minute.
There it is. Didn't know what happened to my piece that I cut off.
You want me to do that? Put it on the inside. You got it?
I got it.
So we haven't been able to craft together, well, since last night. We had a bundle bonus tutorial due, and so we did that last night, but it has been very different with Dale going back to work.
Yeah.
It's been different, hasn't it?
It's been different.
But Auburn and I we're holding down the fort on Facebook Lives on Wednesday and everything. We're doing our best.
Okay.
Okay, so now we're going to bring in some of the other pieces, and I'll go ahead and give you measurements on those as well.
Okay.
So we've got that long piece of Designer Series Paper D.
Okay.
And it's the one that has the pretty peacock. It's kind of like a wash, wouldn't you say?
Okay. Yeah, it looks like it's a watercolor foliage print. That's what it looks like to me.
So I cut that at 4.5 by 1 1/4.
Okay.
So we're going to go ahead and add that piece. Is that out in your way? Where you can get more in the middle. Did you notice that you're like the designated crafter tonight?
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
I
want you to be sure to get your crafting time in.
They're going to let me know if I make a little flub up, right?
Mm-hmm. I'm sure they will.
All right. Now this piece.
Mm-hmm. So you want to stop and think because we want to watch our spacing on that. Okay?
Okay.
We okay? I think we are.
Well, we're pretty close.
Okay. Joanne is here. It's
right.
okay to be a little bit late, Joanne. We're glad you're here. Making some fun projects tonight.
Okay. And then this one.
Yeah, you may want to pick up that gorgeous grape little strip and make sure, and the white, make sure it's going to fit on there good.
Okay.
See what I'm saying? So the gorgeous grape piece there, I want to say is about 3/4 of an inch.
Okay. Yes, it is.
Yes, 3/4 of an inch, and it's 3 inches long. So if I didn't tell you, this piece of Designer Series paper is 4 by 3.
Okay.
We love using 4 by 3 Designer Series paper because you get 12 out of a 12 by 12 piece.
And I'm supposed to try to stamp this, right?
Yeah, if you want to. I think I had an extra one stamped already, but sure, we'll go for it.
Oh, that's not. We're doing pretty peacock.
Pretty
right?
peacock. Now you could, of course, use gorgeous grape on all 3 of the projects tonight. It's interchangeable. So I'll tell y'all my funny story. I don't know if Cheryl is here tonight yet, but anyway, Cheryl comes on Fridays and helps me prep for classes and things. And today we were working on prepping for team meeting. And I usually print out a little insert, or actually Dale usually prints out the little insert so that everybody knows what the packet is for when it arrives in their mailbox or if we drop it off. And so we attempted to do that. The printer ran out of ink when we were printing a tutorial. And so then when it was time, did you already put the purple?
No, I'm about to put the purple.
Okay.
I'm putting about because I was going to pop this up.
Oh, that's not exactly how I did it, but that's okay. You do you, boo-boo, right?
I'm just going for it.
So anyway, we ran out of ink, so we changed the first ink cartridge of color, then another one went out, then the black one went out, and I didn't have a red one, so we were really going to be in a bind if I needed a red one. And in the process, it stopped printing our tutorial. Well, neither one of us are computer savvy, so we could not figure out how to get to the printer queue so we could clear it and start over. So Dale was busy and her husband James was busy. And then James called us later and walked us through it, and bless his heart, it was pretty painful for him, I think. We're very challenged when it comes to technology, and I don't think Cheryl will mind me saying that at all. But he was very patient with us, and when we got off the phone with him, I said, look at us, next time we'll know. And Cheryl said, next time it'll be something else.
Exactly.
I just cracked up laughing. It was really funny.
Well, maybe next time it'll be long enough that you will have forgotten all about it, right?
Well, we should be able to get to the printer queue next time. Poor James. He was really struggling with us.
Okay.
But we told him we're good at other stuff.
That's true. That's very true. Just crafting right along.
Mm-hmm.
I got too much glue on there, and this thing keeps sliding back and forth.
Well, you know that Mary always says.
I know, dot, dot, not a lot,
Mm-hmm.
but this glue is just...
I think because it's a little bit warmer again, when it's cold in the craft room, it's a little bit harder to get the glue out. Now it's a little bit warmer again. So you can see, Dale just made a little adjustment, little snip off.
I'm going to use one of your...
My glue dots?
yeah, one of your,
For what?
To start the linen thread with.
Okay.
That's not...
Not really how I do it, but that's okay. Why don't you close that ink pad? How's that sound? Where's our butterfly?
Our butterfly's right here.
Okay. I'm going to pop it on with a mini dimensional, if you don't mind.
Okay.
Grabbing one of those for me over there.
Just one or...
Well, one or two.
One or a dozen?
So y'all let us know how your day went. I hope you didn't have technical problems with the computers.
Well, there's not really...
You don't think it'll work?
They're pretty... It'd work.
Or maybe even a little piece of the bones would have been better.
Yeah.
Okay, let me pull this backing off. Mary says when you have a new bottle and it's warm, it will make a mess.
Well,
That is a true statement, ma'am.
you still got it?
Yeah, I've got it.
All right.
What are you doing?
I was
You
going
gonna put another one?
Yeah, I was going to put cut one in half.
Okay.
So I was going to put it in a couple of places.
You cut a mini dimensional in half?
Yes. Yes.
I don't know if you're working where they can see you, babe.
Okay. Just trying to find a place up here on the wing.
I think it's okay.
There we go. Oh,
All right.
no, I got that stuck to my finger now. All right, maybe not.
Oliver has managed to get the door open.
That's painful watching me work.
Yeah, we're making this look complicated and it's really not.
really
I just really wanted the butterfly popped up. We could use a glue dot too.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. This one's got to fly the other way.
All right. That's fine. And I'll work on the linen thread. Okay. You want to see if you can get him wrangled again. Where is the linen thread? What do we?
Right,
There it is. Okay. So I'm gonna reel some off. I mean, it's gonna take a pretty good bit of linen thread because we went all the way around and through the card. Now you don't have to do it that way if you want to do it a different way. But I'm gonna leave plenty so that I can tie my bow up at the top. Just kind of hold that with my thumb, and now I've got a glue dot in there that I'm going to take out. That ripped.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. It's just not how we do it. Just going to come around a couple of times. I can kind of zhuzh that in a minute.
Okay.
Get it back
Where you want it?
where I want it. I lost my end. There we go. And I really like working from the bolt of twine or ribbon. You don't have to, but that's what I like to do. This part is just a little bit futzy, but I think it turns out really cute. And we'll just tie a bow up here. And if you want to grab, I have an open package of those purple gems still.
Okay.
If you want to grab those.
Okay.
And I always like to just make my bow, and then I can futz with it and get it fixed and like I want it. And I left these ends long.
Okay.
How's that bow look to you?
Looks good.
Okay.
Looks good.
And now we've got a take your pick tool over there. I think we can work on
putting some gems on it.
Mm-hmm.
You like the darker ones or the lighter ones?
I just like them. I just love those gems.
Okay. And you're just putting it at the end of the...
Whatever you want to do is fine with me. So you get 2 of each design. Of course, you can make them your own. You can add what you want to. What's awesome about these butterflies is you could stamp over them. You can use your markers, sponge daubers, brayer. There's so many things you can do to add some color if you want to. But that is our first project, y'all.
Okay. Let
us know what you think. I just love this paper. It is so, so pretty. So kind of featuring a little bit of everything from this suite, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Looks good.
Ready to move on to card number 2?
Sure.
Okay.
Okay.
I think we're doing this one next, right?
Yes.
Okay, give us just a second to move some things around.
Okay.
And we're even going to be doing some die cutting on this one. All right, I'll put that over there. Let me take my sticky note off. Set this out. We've got a couple comments, so let me check in on those right quick. Oh, Mary says it's pretty. Oh, I'm sorry, Joanne. And Becky says love it. So thank y'all very much. We thought it turned out really good. And so now we have project number 2. And this one is on a crumb cake base. We've got, again, just a little strip of that leftover designer series paper on the inside. And this is where we're going to use those postage dies, perennial postage dies, in a unique way. Last stamp class, we used dies to cut a circle, kind of make a window through to the designer series paper. So we thought that would be fun again this time. We've also got a little butterfly we'll be die cutting. So we're going to get all of our supplies ready here. We're starting with a crumb cake card base.
Okay.
And again, 8.5 by 5.5 and scored at 4 1/4. So let's burnish that score line.
Okay.
And then we'll go ahead and do our inside panel. You want me to glue this time?
Sure, go for it.
So we've got a couple pieces of basic white because you've got one for the outside and one for the inside. You got my little strip of DSP over there?
I do.
I generally put that on before I put the panel in the card, and I didn't think about that before I put the glue on it, so we'll put it in after. That'll look pretty good.
Looks good.
Okie dokie. Let that dry for just a second. And I'm just going to add that little piece down at the bottom of our inside panel. You're right, that glue is coming out fast, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
We'll just be careful. Yeah, that's why I like to do that ahead of time, because look, it's a little bit too long. You know what I'm going to do? Just going to scoot it over a bit.
Okay. Bring it
So where I
down to
have
us.
just a tiny bit of the...
Let me see if I can get it in there wonky for you.
So I just made it work. Instead of cutting it off, I brought it over across the white panel. So, you know, just do whatever you like. Make it work, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, so now we've got our white panel. Let me go ahead and glue on the designer series paper to this. There's a piece.
Oh.
So this is 5 1/4 by 4. And then we've got a piece of designer series paper that's 5 1/4 by 2. So we're just going to add it over to the side, leaving, how much of a border would you say, Dee?
That looks like about a quarter
About
of an
a quarter
inch.
of an inch. That's what I was going to say too.
It kind of helps balance your negative
The
space.
design, yeah. Sorry, Oliver's now chewing on his treat underneath the table. Hopefully that's not picking up too much. Okay.
Okay.
So you want to show them a little bit about the die cut, Dale?
Sure.
What we did there?
You want me to die cut them one, or you want?
Totally up to you. If you want to, you can.
Well, let's.
You think that would be helpful? We can.
Okay. This one, yes, it's this one. Okay. Well, what she did was just made like the picture frame, so we're just cutting the piece out of your. Did you die cut them for them, or?
We did. We will. Yeah.
And
Cheryl worked on some kits that we already knew we needed.
And then we'll grab the mini.
Okay. And I am a little bit embarrassed, y'all. I'm going to move it forward just a little bit, These where it's on the... I'm a little bit embarrassed because our plates look awful. And the reason that they look so bad is because we use this little machine all the time. So I do have new plates ordered.
Okay.
But they are pretty dirty looking. But that's just because they're well loved.
They don't stay
I don't
new
think
very
you're
long.
really where they can see you.
Okay.
You're not.
I'm not.
Mm-mm.
All I'm trying to do is line up on this pad, is trying to line up the die and get the borders evened up the way that I want them. Okay. And then now I'm going to put this plate over the top of it and try to hold it together. And then
Gently
run
it through.
Start the earthquake. Ooh.
What?
It's not.
Did you not do your E?
No, I did my E. I just didn't do a very big E.
Okay.
And then.
So especially when you're using the mini, remember to put down your base plate. Your first cutting pad, move it away from the edge of the base plate just a little bit. And then put your top cutting pad even with the base plate. That really does help ease that into the machine.
Okay.
Okay, got it?
Got it. We'll set this aside for now.
I'm gonna go ahead and grab that vellum piece.
Sure.
So I don't know how well it'll show up on camera, but the sentiment is actually stamped on vellum underneath here. So what we're gonna do, I stamped it ahead of time because with our humidity here, it does take a bit for that vellum to dry.
Okay. So I'm putting this on the, I put it on the front side. We want it on the back side, don't we?
We do, and I think glue dots is the best way
Okay.
to add that.
And I'm gonna snip a little bit off
Yes.
so that it doesn't.
And I did a little bit different sentiment this time, so you've got lots of options. You're having trouble staying in the camera, huh?
Mm-hmm. Well, yes, I am. What do I do? Oh, there they are.
So I think glue dots is the best bet because you don't have to worry about letting it dry.
Okay.
And I would put the glue dot on either side of the frame. Is that what you were going to do?
Yep.
Okay.
Nope.
Nope. I could see it in your mind. I knew it.
Okay. Does it?
Again, just kind of getting your spacing.
I didn't kiss it to the paper.
Oliver, no. Where's your take your pick tool?
It's over here, but when I use my take your pick tool, it stays stuck to it.
Oh, okay.
And I thought kissing the paper would make it, and it's not going to. All right, I'll use my take your pick. You're right.
Y'all heard that. You heard it live. Those two lovely words. You need to take that in the other room, Oliver.
Okay.
And that way, if your sentiment's not perfectly straight, gives you a little wiggle room. And you can always trim it too afterwards.
Just trying to get it lined up.
And that vellum piece, I want to say we cut about 2 3/4 by about an inch.
An inch, yeah.
Yeah. And did you tell how big this one is? Like 4 by 2 and...
2 3/4 by 4.
Okay. And then just use that die to make your window.
Oh, we got one more thing to die cut.
Okay.
We need to stamp a butterfly.
That's right.
And we had some gorgeous gray paint somewhere.
Where'd you put it?
Put it underneath this stuff over here. That was a good idea, huh?
Yes. So we've got the butterfly out, and we're going to die cut it too. There's actually 2 butterflies that you stamp, so you're going to want to stamp off these so we get a little bit, well, you can see. If you want to do it full strength and then stamp again, we can decide if we want the full strength butterfly or second generation, either way.
Better if you stamp good.
Oh.
Hand me your mat, please.
Okay.
Okay.
Grab a piercing mat.
I've not done this as many times as you have.
I bet they were telling you to use your piercing mat.
I bet they were too.
So just stamp it full strength, and then you stamp in one
Yeah, I'm gonna turn
second generation. Just see which one we like better. Pretty good.
Pretty good.
Okay. I'll close the ink pad. So we're gonna need to, or I'll put my fingers in it. Dale opens his ink pad and puts it on the table exactly the opposite that I do. So I always do that when we're crafting together. I end up with my fingertips inky. Part of the fun, right?
Oh yeah.
We're probably gonna have to take him out, huh?
Yeah.
Let me see if I can get him out.
Okay.
Got it for a minute?
I'll try. I'll try to keep them entertained.
Okay. Come on, Oliver. Come.
And so now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to, I don't know if y'all can see, just lay the mats, the cutting mats on here, make my E with the mats. Get everything lined up. And move some things out of the way. I'm going to run it in and bring it back.
Uh-oh, what happened?
My phone hit the floor.
Uh-oh.
And then I'm gonna go ahead and cut these full strength ones out as well. And see how they look.
Oh, you're going to decide which one you're going to use?
Mm-hmm. I can't make a decision just yet. Okay.
At least you know you've got options.
Okay. What? Whoa. Almost ran over your foot.
That's okay.
No, it's not okay. Did you put this put it on with glue dots or with dimensionals?
Which?
The backing, this DSP that goes in here behind the sentiment.
I don't remember. I think it works really well though but before we do that, I need to put that twine around there. I thought that's what the linen thread.
Oh, okay.
I thought that's what you were talking about.
All right.
Before we do that, okay? Well, we've made it a little bit harder with the sentiment on there, but that's my fault. I should have said something. Oops. So what we did here is it's actually wrapped around. I may not do that on this one because I think it's going to be harder to get it in there. Totally up to you though. This time I do think I'm going to cut it off the bolt.
Okay.
Because it'll make it easier to work with. Just a couple times around that frame. And then again, another little bow. There's not any ribbon that actually coordinates with this suite. And we really don't have a purple ribbon in the catalog, do we?
No, not at the moment.
I'm struggling here, huh?
Okay. Okay.
And I just undid it.
What I was going to say is if you'll pull this up, and then get your knot started, or I'll do a knot on it.
You do a knot?
Yep. A little 1/2 inch knot. You know how it is in the Boy Scouts, you know.
Okay.
And then kind of tighten all that up a little bit.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to use take your pick, and I'm going to hold this down and let you do a bow.
Let me do a bow. I can find my ends.
Right there's one, right here's one.
What if they don't have
a third hand?
Yeah. You can actually put a little glue dot on top of that. Did you know that? While you're tying.
Then how much?
Yeah, extra? just kind of whatever. It's a pretty good size little linen thread bow, and you could certainly make like a double bow and just attach it. You could wrap the linen thread around there. You don't even have to tie a bow.
Okay.
I think any of that will work. If you'll hand me the glue, I'm going to go ahead and add this to the card front while you're working on that.
Okay. I'm going to take some, if I find them, the large dimensionals. And I'm going to put on the back side of this so that I can put the paper or the DSP on it.
And this is what we did in stamp class last time too. I think our initial thought is to glue the designer series paper down to the card base, which you certainly can, but we just really struggled with getting everything centered up, and this method worked a lot better for us.
It helps, I think, gives us a chance to basically hide
if it's not perfect. And we're also using designer series papers that are pretty forgiving as far as the pattern.
Then once that's on there, dab a little glue on it. We'll try Mary, dot, dot, not a lot. And then,
so you're really not using a lot of your designer series paper, so this is a great project if you wanted to make multiples, kind of show off your papers, a couple different designs of it.
Okay, that sprig.
We had one. Did we lose it? Is it in the envelope?
Yep, it's in the envelope.
Okay. Well, that's a good point to be sure that you check your envelope.
Okay. And
just add it with the glue dot.
Okay.
There. Mary said dot dot. It works, doesn't it?
It does work. Is that going to be in the right spot?
I think it's fine.
Okay.
They're handmade, and each is a work of art in itself, right?
Absolutely.
They're a little bit different, so if you have a little bit different positioning, that's okay. Get that linen thread out of the way.
Just one?
Whatever you want to do is fine with me.
Okay.
I think you can always put more than one, but that's just me.
Okay.
All right, so that's how...
Well, I'm going to put these butterflies on here.
Oh, right. I want to forget them. Which ones did you decide? Are you going to use both of them? Are you going to use a dark one?
I'm going to use a light one and a dark one.
Okay.
I'm going to use the dark one, a big one, and a light little one.
Okay.
Try to get those on the little glue dots. Get them on the glue dots, and then pick them off with take your pick. And then put this guy on here. And then, whoop.
Whoop. Did I take your butterfly?
Maybe not. Nope, you didn't.
I think it's so cool that the butterflies are connected on the stamp, and you get both of them, and then you can die cut them both at the same time.
I'm just trying
Pretty
to
cool feature.
get that guy to line up with the edge of that so it looks like he's hanging out up there.
All right, y'all. That is project number 2. I think you did pretty good, Dee. And just a little bit different sentiment.
Any chance I can stay till the end of the week?
You can stay till the end of the week. Absolutely. All right, we've got one more.
One more
to share with them. And this is the one that we created for a swap. Y'all let us know. You like that window card? I don't have any measurements on this one because it's pretty straightforward. So this one is a top folding card, and we're going to do a little bit more stamping here. But this is where we're also using the embossing folder, that stippled embossing folder. Now this sample doesn't have the stippled, but the one we're going to create with you does. Going to do a little bit more die cutting with you. So as you can see, to create these projects, you really do need the products that we're sharing with you tonight. Now you may have something in your collection that's similar that you could substitute.
What I was going to say was make sure that you die cut the piece before you run it through the embossing folder.
Why?
Because it doesn't look good after that.
After that? Okay. All right, you want to show them the die, Dale, that we used?
Yes. It's this one right here that's the full card front die. And
we just ran it through. We cut the paper at 5 1/4 by 4 because we were cutting inside panels already, and then just ran it through. And then Cheryl used the stippled embossing folder, and I'll bring that close to see if maybe the camera will pick it up. It is really, really pretty. And this is one of the celebration items. It's awesome.
okay, inside panel in.
And I don't know if you are aware of this, Dale, but Stampin' Up! Announced some additional celebration items. Did you see that?
I did not see that.
They did.
So we hadn't gotten them all yet then.
No, we're gonna have to place another order, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, we got our inside panel. Did you burnish the?
Nope.
Yeah, burnish that score line.
Okay.
Okay.
Now let's put this one on.
So we do want to use just a little bit more glue since that's an embossed layer. Y'all know that, right? And look how pretty that looks. You could pop that layer up too if you wanted to.
Ooh, that would have been a good idea. That would have been a very good idea. Okay.
Sandra said you're shaking.
I am?
Work gets in the way of crafting.
It's scary being in front of all these people.
Oh, it is not. You are not scared.
Oh, that's fun.
What?
We need a stamp.
Yes, we do need to stamp. So we did die cut this piece, and that's from Lost Lagoon, one of the colors from the DSP. Even though we're not using any DSP on this, we still pulled our colors, our Gorgeous Grape and Lost Lagoon colors from the DSP. Just makes it easier to craft, doesn't it?
So we need to stamp both the cinnamon and the flowers with Gorgeous Grape.
We do. Yes.
Okay.
So this is really a super easy card, isn't it?
It's not. It's
an easy card.
But it has some wow to it.
It does.
So let's get that really juicy and
inked up. It's really pretty. Now we are also using the same suite of products for stamp class this month. Stamp class is the 3rd Saturday. So we have in-person and also virtual. So don't forget to sign up for that. You can go to the events tab right here on Stamp with CT Facebook page and check out the details for all the events we have this month. We're going to be playing bingo this month too.
all right.
We love bingo, don't we?
We do love bingo. What do you think?
I think it looks good. Let me take that, clean that stamp.
I know you don't like living dangerously, so I'll close the ink pad.
Thank you. So silly. Okay, we're going to die cut now.
Okay.
That may be what Cassandra's talking about, shaking, huh?
Definitely. Definitely. See if I can get it up here.
Okay.
Move my piece back just a little bit.
You have any tips for how you line up the die or anything? This one's pretty forgiving, isn't it?
Yeah, this one's pretty forgiving. I just
take your time.
Take my time and just kind of try to wiggle it in there and make sure that I can see all the pieces.
All the borders.
All the borders. I don't have any gaps in there.
Because this one cuts pretty tightly to
the image. Yes, it does.
Just depends on the die too.
And then
run it through.
I'm gonna run it in and bring it back.
Okay.
That way we don't shake the table completely. There you go.
Get this out of the way.
All right. And then do we have
From
an idea
here,
of
you
where
just
we
kind of
want?
get your positioning. And what, do we have our die cut piece?
Yeah, right here and right here.
Okay. What you need? You need some glue dots?
Want to glue dot them down or?
Yeah. What I like to do is, you can see this is still, you know, kind of has some dimension to it. We've attached everything with glue dots down low. So I know that it's a good, strong adhesive. It's not going to come off.
Okay.
But yet that still lets it have some lift. I just like to do that. It's a little bit futzy to try to glue something like this down. You could use the adhesive sheets when you're die cutting if you wanted to.
Okay. And then we want to get this in here. I got that a little bit low.
That's okay. Again, they're all a little bit different. They're works of art.
Mm-hmm. And you use mini dimensionals or regular dimensionals? Regulars?
Whatever you want. I'm just going to pop the sentiment on, and so it's going to cover up the bottom edges. And then we'll sprinkle on some embellishments, and we'll be all finished up. Did you put the other projects over on the other side?
I did. I'll put them on the other table.
Okay, I'll get them. I say I will. Where'd you put them?
One of them's way back there.
Oh, okay. Because they're going to have to let us know which one is their favorite, so be thinking about it, y'all. I don't know that I could pick a favorite.
Okay. And now some embellishments.
Mm-hmm. There's just something about each of them that I love. Karen's loving the cards. Gotta tell us your favorite though, Karen.
She's not saying it's really painful to watch Dale work.
No. It's fun. All right, I'm gonna hold that one up a little bit so they can see it up close.
Okay.
Turned out pretty, and again, simple. This suite of products really makes it easy to craft, doesn't it?
Okay.
I'm gonna hand you a couple to
Okay.
put out there, one of each. So hope you guys enjoyed this class tonight. Now, I really thought it was going to take us right at an hour. I was pretty close guessing on this one. So remember, if you would like to get the free Make and Take kit, all you have to do is place either a $40 or $50 order in my online store, stampwithct.stampinup.net. If you're on our team, you just let us know, and we can get you the packet $20. Now, if you place a $50 order, you also get an embellishment and celebration rewards, because celebration is going on through the end of February. So the 29th. What else, Steve? I think that's it. I'm not seeing any comments about which one is their favorite. I just knew that they were going to have a favorite. Which one's your favorite?
We got one. The last one for Joanne.
Okay.
The crumb cake. Okay.
Okay.
For Karen.
All right.
And maybe the first one. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Lysander's saying.
If I have to pick, I would say the last card.
Okay.
But they're all beautiful.
She likes all of them.
She likes them.
Which one do you like, Dee?
I like the wind frame card.
Do you?
I really do. Because I like putting the cinnamon in there on the vellum and
something a little bit different.
Add a little different texture to it.
Yes, exactly. Okay, well, thanks for being with us tonight, you guys. We really appreciate you. And remember, if you do get your packet and you want to refer back to the video, all you have to do is go to the event. We will be doing this again next month. And like I said earlier, just in case you weren't with us just yet, we are doing a double 12x12 layout. So 2-page 12x12 layout. And we're going to be using the Lighter Than Air, so the hot air balloon suite. It is super, super cute. Don't have it designed yet, but in my head, I already have ideas.
They're fun colors.
Yes.
They're bright.
The paper is really cute. Now, the paper's 6x6, but, you know, we're crafty. We can make this work. But I thought that would be fun to do a 2-page layout. It's been a little while since I've done any scrapbooking. Last month, we did our sampler. So we're just going to mix it up. You never know what we're going to be creating. So be sure to check out our Finally Friday. I've got all that information already posted. And I think I've posted most of March events. And February events are already posted. So we're trying to stay ahead of the game just a little bit. Let us know if you have any questions, if you need any help with measurements or anything. And we appreciate you being here. I think that's it. Thank you.
Karen says she'll... see you at bingo.
All right, sounds good. We love bingo, don't we? Thank y'all a bunch. Happy stamping.